Greetings, gods and goddesses in training. Welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makara, all relations. Let's get started in today's video. We're talking about parasites are demons. This is a topic that got inspired by electric_being on Instagram. He had a specific post about this, and I think it's important that we start talking about the specific topic because it's going to help us truly understand how society aims to keep us all sick and really starting to break out of those patterns and those loops, okay? So parasites or demons, a body polluted with parasites is a gateway for demonic possession and oppression, okay? Parasites and demons, they both take control of their host, okay? They can fill your mind with self-destructive thoughts, they can alter behavior, they can bring very extreme sexual desires, they hijack the nervous system. They always make you feel tired. They diminish your ambition and your spiritual potency, your spiritual powers. Think of them as an evolutionary friction, an evolutionary force that's slowing down your spiritual journey and path, okay? You have to create an internal environment that is hostile to these parasites and these demons. You have to exercise them through the internal terrain modifications. To cleanse yourself, fast, fasting is a really good one because you get back into your divine blueprint again. And once you do that, you can then step into a higher alignment of what kind of foods are actually serving you. It wasn't until maybe 3 or 4 years back that I really started intuitive eating. And nowadays I'm just kind of binging on things and snacking and stuff like this. And I've started to understand that's not even me, that's the candida wanting the sugar, or this stomach bug that's, creating this toxic environment, or this environment that's craving, in the stomach. So this is why I've started to introduce like probiotics in my diet and so forth. So think about how many influences you're loaded with, says Electric Being. He says you can be loaded with microplastics, with pesticides, with chemtrails, Morgellons, heavy metals, right? Undigested food, candida. And what's also interesting is he also pointed out that the reason all fast food spots have the colors of red, orange, and yellow in them are so that they can help us dwell only in the lower 3 chakras. We want unhealthy people as possible, making them susceptible. But then if that were the case and just fully true, then that means that monks are trying to do the same thing, because monk robes are usually these lower 3 chakra colors, right, too. So you could start a conspiracy theory like that too, but it isn't like a one-fits-all model or rule like that. You get what I mean? My apologies, someone's trying to call me right now. And that's funny, huh? There's a thing in the speakers outside that's also trying to call. Very interesting. I mean, Hollywood loves just making fun of these entities and making them appear very whimsical and funny, but really they are not, okay? So these parasites, they actually poop inside you, bro. They rob you of your body of your nutrients. So that means that you're gonna have to start really focusing in on a healthy, balanced diet again. So parasites or demons will thrive in an unhealthy gut. So this is why you gotta keep a clean house. And this is what I'm suggesting we all do as adepts. The people just watching this channel, you guys don't have to do this, okay? You don't have to take probiotics and start fasting and doing all these things that we're doing. But of course, it's important that you keep up the momentum and start to understand how the body actually works and functions. Like if I want to blow up in muscle, I would talk to my trainer, right, about that. He gave me some strategies for this. So it's important you also know who you're speaking to, okay? Who are you communicating with? Who are you exchanging technologies with, okay? This is really key, guys. When we were in New Zealand, I saw Brad pull out like this parasitic, like centipede being from Ryan G. And when I saw that, I was shocked. I was surprised because it seemed to be affecting his metabolism, posture, like many different things, elements. So, but we cannot see this, right? Sometimes there's these energetic or astral parasites. And this is why we gotta be really, really clean and careful. because we got to use discernment, right? Just like a sneaky salesman. I once had this sneaky salesman, man. He was trying to sell me on some product. He was saying something like, after you sign up with me, we're going to make you 10K a month. Not only that, you're going to have an entire employee stack of like 500 robots doing the work for you. Okay? That was his sell. Okay? Now listen, if you're having someone make a contract like that with you, that's very dangerous, first and foremost. You got to really know what you're asking for and what the trade-off is if you are at all ever connecting with these beings, which I don't suggest you do right away. Use it with caution, you know. Always remain sovereign in your spiritual practices, okay? Always maintain that understanding that I am the source, and the source becoming the sorcerer. The doctor is the shaman, the medicine man. You see, doctor of the soul, but doctor irregardless. So people call me doctor, okay? I don't know if you know that. But a lot of people call me doctor. Now that role is supposed to be a very sacred healing role. I don't think a lot of doctors are behaving like doctors. I even help doctors, okay? In fact, I work at a hospital, okay? My mother's hospital. I work there, and I have my own space there. Sacred, segregated location, away from all the noise, away from everything, so I can thrive. So start eating whole foods. If you can do like colonics, stuff like that, go for it, okay? Lymphatic drainage, so just even like massaging the face, massaging the body. So support the body's 7 main channels of elimination, like, you know, lungs, skin, kidneys, etc. Exercise daily. Try to move the body as much as you can to boost circulation. I mean, really though, I know my parents are doctors, but I just gotta say this, man. Big Pharma is witchcraft. It comes from the Greek word pharmakeia that was mentioned in Revelations. So that means we're still being affected by these potions of Babylon. I've had to take Xanax in my life when I had anxiety at a very extreme level. It absolutely didn't help me. I knew that this was some wicked witch's brew that got into my system and basically suppressed all those symptoms that needed processing. Healing your patients means that you don't get paid more. And a lot of people are trapped to this idea of money. I'll give you another prescription. You can come back next week and we'll solve it, right? All these things. I like to give my clients, my students, the people who come see me, you can say my patients, a strategy, a toolkit, a map, a guide, something, okay? Not running there with just a lantern in the abyss, okay? Now I tell them to go back towards themselves, because that's truly what's going to provide you with the answers. Back to another post from Electric Being, he dropped this Rudolf Steiner quote, and it says, in the future, we will eliminate the soul with medicine. It even says here, their only goal is treatment with synthetic chemicals that only suppress the symptoms, but never focusing on the root cause. So we've been trained to trust in these drugs that are killing us. I mean, look at most of the US. Almost all of them are on psychiatric medication of some kind. But who's prescribing detox and sunlight and being out in nature? And I am. But who's out there doing this, man? Really, like grounding your feet to the soil. Like, when have you done that? You know? Breathing really deeply for a long hour. When's the last time that you actually did something like that? If it's been months, you need to get going. You need to try this thing, man. This process is epic. Because it's a process of going inwards and then upwards. We are the upward spiral, gang. We move and then we magnetize, and then we move and then we magnetize. So we have the laser focus, but then there's also the right energies coming towards us. So make sure you have clean water, okay? Drink lots of water, okay? I love vitamin water, you know what I mean? I really like it. It has B3s, electrolytes, B7, you know? This one's like guava. It's teaching me to get more acquainted with the taste of fruits again, like actual natural fruits. Like I love fruits usually, but I haven't invested in it like a snacking device. You know what I mean? Like fruits as a snack is way better than some of the stuff that we've been eating, okay? Well, this is why it's important to reframe in your mind what's cool and lit. If you convince yourself that like, yeah, I don't want to be a hippie though, you know, now you just put a barrier or a blockade on your progress. You're saying, I don't want to be a specific way. And you're creating this weird resistance trap because you're going to be more of that, actually. Rather than just moving in the direction of what you truly want. Okay, the masculine energy. However, sometimes you do need that receptivity and sitting back and understanding things, of course. But too many people use it as a cop-out. They stay in avoidance, okay? Most of what people think nowadays is fun is avoidance and escapism. If you really understand that black magic is trying to deceive people from the purpose of exploiting them. So all these negative dark energies, just think of that as trying to exploit progress and your own form of wisdom, your inner coach, your inner guru. That's gotta be like the progress maker, right? Because you gotta trust this internal wisdom over the strategies and tools and rituals and invocations you're doing. And this is just one proponent, right? You don't have to listen to me. You can continue going down that path, but you are gonna notice there's some very unhealthy trends, okay, in that. There's many people who love Crowley and his work. I'm not a fan, okay? Because it's deep levels of manipulation. It's a complete booby trap. You start learning about this black magic stuff, you keep going. I've been down that rabbit hole too. And you go so deep into the abyss, the cliffotic, you know, like just internal catabasis, like a breakdown of your own self. And it's insanity. You don't want to go there. I'm telling you, because you want to have an upliftment, a smooth sailing road. You want to not be a drifter anymore. You want to be a smooth sailor because you know your direction. So these beings, these lower entities, they embody lack. They play in the zero-sum mindset, okay, win-lose, okay, in-group, out-group, extreme polarities. It's not that they're inherently bad, it's that they're starving, they're hungry. And they feed on your negative energies. So imagine being so disconnected from the abundant flow of universal energy that you'd do anything and offer anything to survive, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? You're so low in that state that you would do anything. And this is where the demons get you. They catch you in that very vulnerable moment, right? You pray for God in that moment. Be careful who's coming through in that moment. It's a misguided search of power. Ever heard of Baal? That's a demon that was forged by humanity's obsession with ownership and power, back when kings and peasants played tug of war over land. So Baal became a thought form over time that was shaped by collective human longing and greed and, growing stronger with every deal made in this name. Of course, we have Baal and Siaga, right? From empires to playground politics, he's been there, whispering in the ears, offering power for a price. So they aren't inherently evil, but they're mirrors reflecting back our fears, our desires, our disconnections. They amplify what's already within us. So if you feel powerless, a demon is going to make you feel oh so powerless. So it's not about banishing them. It's about healing them, integrating them. Healing the parts of yourself that made you a match to them in the first place. Because really, if you do the inner shadow work and the cleanup work, they're not going to want to be around you. How do you avoid these demonic contracts? You stop playing this zero-sum game. You stop acting from disconnection and lack and fear all the time. You meet your needs directly with love and flow. Demons cannot stick around if you're just vibing with the infinite. So don't panic. It's not about exercising them. It's about doing a deep dive into your own soul, finding where the cracks are, and sealing them with self-love and connection again. So these demons are really shadows of our unmet needs. And wherever there's shadow, there's also a treasure chest of gold, of light, pure light, waiting on the other side. So learn from them, grow from them, and let the ocean flow you back into oneness again and again and again. Until next time, my friends, ride those waves. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again. Hit that like and subscribe button. You already know. We're here to win. Let's go. Boom.